Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are going to be continuing our War Room series with Kita Strait. Like I said this last time on After It Lands In, this one's going to be against Drake, and it's not too bad of a mission. It will take a little while. As you guys can see, I had a pretty darn good record with Andy, but it took me 29 days because it is a fairly larger map, and we do have to use our sea units to cross over to his land. So let's just go ahead and hop right into it. We're going to bring up our random wheel here, and let's see who we get for today. We are getting... Okay, so... so I was thinking... since I have not had a I don't think I had a repeat code, right? I was wondering if maybe I should make sure I play with every commanding officer first before coming back to the ones that I've played already. I think that would be good. That way we can make sure we get every commanding officer used. So actually, I want to change this. And it's not just because I got Eagle on a very naval heavy map. We're actually going to go with this option. So we're going to get rid of Grit, we're going to get rid of Eagle, and Sonia, and Stern. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you guys have not noticed yet, and you guys know the game already, there is one commanding officer missing from the list. Her name is Nell. She was the one that introduced us to all the tutorials in the beginning of the game. I don't have her yet. I have to complete every single mission on the normal campaign of Advance Wars 1, I believe, and then we can unlock her in the item shop. However, I haven't done that yet, and I'm completing every mission as we speak, playing the campaign right now in my video series. So, as soon as I'm done with that, you guys will see her pop up on the War Room list. So, probably not in this set, but the next, when we refresh the wheel with the commanding officers, she will hopefully be there. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel again, now with only these 6 commanding officers, and see who we get. Looks like it's going to be Sammy for this one. Alright, so we're going to play as Sammy in this mission, which is actually pretty good. It's not too bad. So let's go ahead and dive into Kita Strait with Sammy. Alright. So Sammy again is an infantry specialist. Her indirects are not hindered by any negatives, but her direct combat units are. Her landers actually get 1 extra movement, just like Drake's sea units get 1 extra movement. So this is actually good for us, because being able to transport our landers across the waters faster is really nice, as well as our APCs on our mainland over here. So we're going to start with an infantry and APC. I want to get this base as soon as possible, because Drake's going to immediately start sending out troops over to my island. So I want to make sure I get those troops ASAP. It would just take too long if I built tanks and such at the top base, considering I need infantry to capture properties. So we're going to be building our infantry here. We're going to build a lander this turn and transport 2 infantry all the way down to the bottom. We're going to just drop this guy off here. We're going to go back for another infantry next turn. I might have a blue hue because of the afternoon lighting. Maybe, well, I can't really change it. Maybe adding this little bit of light here will help. I'm not sure. Alright, so, this guy's going to capture that base next turn. We're going to go over here. Because I can't make it over to the next base, we're actually going to go here. We'll build infantry right here. We'll build another infantry and APC out of these 2 bases. Send this lander straight down to the port. And then I think that'll be it. Good for this turn. We might be fine as far as infantry now. I'll probably build more, of course. You can never have too much infantry, but as far as the ones that are going to be capturing the majority of the properties, these are going to be it. Let's get this guy in the APC, that guy in the APC. Capture this base, very important. So I can drop off 1 infantry here. I can go back, get 1 more. He's going to start capturing those cities. I'm going to have this guy I'm gonna probably drive the APC all the way down and start capturing some of the lower properties. He does have a lander. I think it's going to actually come over here so we can capture these properties first. But he will have vehicles sooner than later. So let's go ahead and build a tank and artillery here now. And then by the time we capture the base in the bottom, we can start pumping out like medium tanks or rockets. See what he does with his lander. So he actually brings it over to me, which is actually okay, because my infantry are stronger than his, so we're just actually going to start attacking him immediately. Like so. So now his infantry are pretty much nullified, they can't really do anything. We'll use this lander to pick up a couple more infantry to help out in the capturing phase. Let's go ahead and get my tank and artillery moving. Go ahead and get another infantry here. Capture this base. Let's send this guy down to these bottom properties. Let's see, what does he have over here? He's got a lot of vehicles, but he doesn't have any way to get him over to me. His lander's all the way over here. He might be sending a tank soon, which is a good idea that I brought this tank now. So next turn we'll need a couple infantry up here to get in that lander. So for now that his infantry are hurt, I'm actually going to ignore them. I'm not even going to bother attack. Well, I guess I could kill one since he's in my way. This one's going to start capturing here at the port. I'm going to just go kill this one because he's in my way. I can't capture this turn anyways. This guy, I guess, can come over here and start capturing this city. I'm actually going to start capturing here. And then, let's see, we're going to move our troops first. Let's see. Definitely want our vehicles to move up as soon as possible. So this lander does have a tank, like I thought it would. But that's the only threat right now, so we don't have to hurry. So bring this lander back here. We'll load up more, our infantry here. Let's drop off an infantry here. Let's go ahead and have our APCs give each other fuel. And I guess we're going to need a medium tank to counter that tank that's coming. Alright. I don't think he can drop it off yet. I think he's one square off. So let's see what he does with that lander. So he's moving it towards the middle, which is actually good. Alright, so now I can ignore this infantry and not worry about him capturing. I'm going to capture myself. With Sammy's bonus, I can actually capture with 50% extra rate. So even this 9 can capture cities in 2 days, which is very nice. Move these guys down. I'm going to move this medium tank straight down so I can cover most of the land that he can put his medium tank on. Or his tank. Not his medium tank. Oh, he has 2 tanks in there actually. That's very bad. Luckily I have another tank here as well to help out. Alright, up here, bring the infantry down from the lander. Alright, so we don't need to go back and pick up more infantry. We're just going to be like decoys with these APCs, I think. We're going to go ahead and build probably another tank, since he's going to keep bringing troops over. And then we'll save up for some sea units, like battleships and subs and cruisers, because he's eventually going to build those. But we do need to make sure we bring or build some landers and some ground troops for landing parties to attack the units on his land. That's the only way you're going to win, is probably through an HQ capture. You could root him, but with Sammy, I don't think that's probably a good idea, just because her combat units are a little weaker. So here come those tanks. He does build a sub this turn, so I'm probably going to want to build a cruiser this turn. Come over here, capture that city. And then I actually want this guy to come over and capture this port. Alright, so let's see what we're going to do here. We're going to bring our tanks down, and we're going to start attacking these guys. I'll attack both tanks to weaken both of them, making them less effective. And then we can actually probably capture the city. And we're gonna move our artillery down, but we're gonna keep it out of range of these guys, so we can actually put him on. Or that's as far as we can go, actually. And then what we're going to do is I'm actually going to line up my APCs here and use them as decoys for attacks. Give me some co-power, as well as not. That way he can't attack my infantry. Alright, so let's go ahead and land this guy over here for now. Because I do want to build that cruiser to stop that submarine this turn. We're going to go ahead and build a couple mechs. The reason I'm going to have mechs is they're going to be good for when I bring them across to Drake's area. Sammy's mechs are really strong against vehicles. And like at no cost. Here comes that sub. I'm surprised he didn't dive it, but that's good for me, because then I can find it on the next turn. So brought over artillery and Entire, and he built 2 landers. My goodness. Alright, so now we can stop this capture now, which is okay. Bring our infantry over. Bring these guys down. Alright, let's see what we can do. We're definitely going to want to stay out of range of this artillery. But also, if we can hit it, that'd be great too. So what we're going to do... Let's see, if we're a little bit lucky, I might be able to kill one of her tanks. So let's go ahead and refill my... I don't think I have to refill it yet. I'm going to use our APCs to pick up the mechs. So can we kill this? Maybe with my infantry I might be able to. Let's try it. Oh, we got lucky with that one alone. So now we can use our regular tank to attack the artillery, which is nice. I'm actually going to use my medium tank on the Entire, so we can use our infantry also to help attack this artillery, bring it down to 1. So it's practically useless. I'm not sure what he'll attack this turn. He'll probably attack my APC or my artillery, which is okay. I just want to make sure my main tanks are nice and strong. So he built 2 landers, which is actually really funny because they really don't help him. I want to keep my lander nearby to help find his sub next turn. It is for sure going to dive to try and avoid my cruiser, but being the player I can see where it goes and I go right next to it. So we're going to build another mech here, and then we're going to actually build another lander because we're going to need 2 landers at least to transport a decent sized army to his land. And again, I'm going to build those mechs to help get the edge on his main land. Oh my goodness, he's attacking my cruiser with his sub. That's actually interesting. Very good for me, because that means I can just kill it this turn. Very interesting though. He builds his own cruiser. I don't really have to worry about it too much because I don't have a sub. I probably don't need a sub right now just because I don't have to destroy his landers. But it would be nice to destroy them eventually, so he stops bringing troops over. Now go ahead and finish capturing here. Bring all these guys down. We need to start capturing these. Yeah, he brought a medium tank over, which is a bit scary. Let's see. Put the mechs in the APCs. So we'll have this infantry finish off the artillery. My medium tank will initially engage his. He's probably going to want to attack something else. We'll use my tanks to finish off the entire tank. He might try to actually stop my capture here. This one right here. Which will be really good. So I can use my artillery to cover. If not, then we'll see what we can do after. So we're going to bring our APCs loaded with mechs into one of these landers. And we're going to transport them over to his island. We're going to build another medium tank because he's destroying mine, and we could use the extra help. And he might have he should have his co-power if I have mine. Alright, so here comes the Squall. Or not, he's not using it, but he did attack the infantry like I expected him to. In which I can still capture that city. Sorry for him. I wonder why he didn't use his Squall, very interesting. But now we got 4 useless landers that really can't do much, so it's good for me. And the more troops he brings to my land, the better, because I can easily pick them off. Alright, so we can start capturing here, destroy this medium tank, and then we can start recovering my medium tank on the next turn. There we go. And we've almost completely successfully captured all our properties on our island, which gives us, I think, more income than him. Yes, now we have more income than he does. He is missing 2 properties, but my island does have these 2 as well, so no matter what, I'll always have more. So let's see, he's probably going to send 1 mech, or he actually has some vehicles over here. So we're going to keep our tanks on our island for now. I want to send them over, but it looks like I won't be able to. So let's go ahead and load these APCs into this lander. We're going to send my cruiser back to get healed, since it did take 2 points of damage. Bring this guy over. This lander's going to wait for ground troops to get loaded. So we're going to go ahead and build a battleship this turn. Battleships are very good with Semi, because they don't lose any attack power. And you're going to need them to help bombard the units near his HQ. So he's loading up a whole bunch of units this turn. He's probably going to bring them over. And again, they're just going to be like free target practice for my troops. There he goes. And he does build another sub immediately. So we need to get my cruiser out there as soon as possible. Especially since he has his squall to deal an additional HP damage. I definitely want to be a little careful with that submarine. So now he has tanks guarding his HQ. He kind of knows. He's a little bit smart, you know, that I'm going to be bringing APCs with mechs. So we just need to be a little careful. We're not going to land my APCs just yet. Hopefully he moves them away. Or maybe does something with them that I can go ahead and drop them off eventually. But we're just going to go ahead and start killing these units here. Let's get my medium tank to recover. I didn't kill the recon, that's okay. Since he has his squall ready, I actually don't have to worry about not giving him co-power. Because he's already at max, so. And for now, we'll keep most of our troops on the cities, so when he uses his squall, we can recover the damage he deals to me. I'm gonna land it down here. Let's build more medium tanks. Medium tanks are gonna be good for the landing parties. I eventually want to get maybe some recons and artilleries, not recons, rockets and artilleries over as well.
Anchors away.
Here comes the squall now.
Squall.
Interesting he's using it now, but it's okay. Moves his cruiser right next to my battleship where it can't hit him, so smart on him. He does now have his own battleship, which is going to be tough for me to counter unless I could get a sub out. I wasn't looking where the sub went, but if we count his squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, he's probably like right here or so. So we just need to move out of the way where we can't get hit. Because he's bringing all his troops over from this side, we're actually going to drop our lander, or move our lander this way. And hopefully we can drop off the APCs on this side and start capturing some of his properties when he leaves. So our tanks are taking a little bit of fire. I could always just regroup them if I want to. Excuse me. Or I can just build new ones. Let's see. So with that submarine coming, I want to move my battleship back, move my cruiser forward, and then I'm actually going to keep this lander close by to help me find that submarine next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're like just out of range. This cruiser, if I build a sub, it can't attack me, but we're going to need that sub to help deal with his battleship. So we're going to go ahead and build that there. Let's try to keep our infantry at full health as much as possible. So let's go ahead and recover some of these guys on the cities. Our medium tank over a little bit. Alright, so he's probably going to bring over these troops as well, which is fine. And I guess we can end our turn there. I probably won't use my double time all too much during this mission, just because it doesn't really give me any benefits. It just gives me one extra movement of my infantry, as well as a huge attack boost to their firepower. But otherwise, not too much help. So I guess I could always use it if I know I'm going to get attacked, I guess. Alright, so since he only has one cruiser, as long as he doesn't know where my sub is, he can't actually fire on me. He did build a second cruiser though, so I have to take out this current one as soon as possible. So what we're going to do is move our subs straight down like this. Wait. Yeah, that's safe. So as long as no other sea unit can come next to me, he won't be able to find it. He can use his cruiser to find it, which is fine by me, but he won't be able to hit me. And we're going to now... I forgot he has a submarine. I don't even know where that is. Ha! That's a mistake on my part. Okay, we're gonna have to move this lander. Or you know what? Okay, this is where you can do something as a player. You can try and cheat it, and I could try to look for his sub now by moving through the water like this. Doesn't look like it's near or outside of the battleship range, which is not good for me. It could be like right on the edge. Again, if we count the squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it's just within the battleship's range. He could be in any of these tiles here. So, with that in mind, we're just going to keep our battleships safe for now. We're going to move our submarine backwards. Oh yeah, lander backwards. The problem is that his submarine could find my sub, and then his cruiser can engage it. So with that, what I'm going to do... I should have moved my lander here instead. Yeah, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Alright, so what we're going to do is... we're going to make sure our battleship can hit the cruiser if it attacks my submarine. I'm going to leave our cruiser right there. And what we're going to do is we'll build another cruiser in case I have to destroy his or lose mine to attack his sub. Alright, let's go ahead and attack these guys. Oh, bad luck. I thought maybe I could kill it with my infantry. I guess not. Alright, so his troops are leaving this main island over here, so I might be able to drop off my APCs next turn. And I guess we'll just build another... Alright, we'll build an artillery, because we will need that eventually. Let's see where his sub is. Unless it's following my lander to the... Ah! In a way, this is a good thing my sub is still alive. He used his cruiser to find my sub first, and used his sub to attack. So, actually that's better than his cruiser one-shotting my sub. So thank you, Drake, for doing that. His lander is running out of fuel, which is interesting. Alright, he also moved his battleship up, knowing that my battleship kind of has to attack his cruiser this turn. We're going to go ahead and use my power for that extra 10% attack and defense boost. Since I will be tanking many engagements this turn, he brought a lot of troops over to my land, and his units are moving up as well. So, so I can't one-shot with my 10. I might be able to do it with my 10 cruiser. So we're going to go ahead and attack his... I want to keep my sub alive. Now we should just hit his battleship while we can. So we can use our cruiser to attack his submarine, destroying it. Maybe as long as I don't have any subs, then I really don't need to worry about the cruiser. So let's attack the battleship instead. We can destroy the cruisers in time. Let's go ahead and attack these tanks before they wreak havoc on my units. With double time, Sammy's infantry actually deal a good amount of damage to his troops. I'm pretty sure he's going to... Yeah, he will have his co-power because I attacked his C units. So we can go ahead and see if we can destroy or attack some landers. Use the infantry here. Sammy infantry are so powerful when using double time. Alright, and then we'll go back and recover our tanks as well. Alright, so now the only thing left over here is an artillery. He has no units, and it'll probably be a while before he gets any more over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop off our APCs here, and then on the next turn we can drop off the mechs, and hopefully start capturing some properties. If I'm correct, this battleship might want to attack my lander, which will actually be really good for me. I'm going to move it back down here. And then it looks like I might need another submarine. That, or... Yeah, I don't have enough money for another battleship right now. So let's just go ahead and build a medium tank. And we're going to start transporting those medium tanks over to his mainland as soon as possible. Now that my two landers are going to be available to do so.
Prepare to be washed away.
Not ready to be washed away. Whoa! Maybe his battleship will run away and then he can't see my sub. That'd be nice. Although I think his other cruiser would be able to find it too, though. Oh no, he attacked my cruiser, so that's interesting. But now he has another cruiser that's useless, so. And I think I might actually regroup my cruisers, since being an 8 and a 5 isn't really effective, but having a 10 will be. He doesn't have enough money for a submarine anyways, but it looks like he's saving up for maybe next turn. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring, let's see. I'm trying to kill this APC here. We'll use infantry only to kill these guys. Let's get my medium tank up to full HP. Alright, so we're going to take the medium tank, probably both of them, even though this one's a 9. We could leave the infantry behind to deal with the tanks here. Switch you guys spots around. Alright. And then, let's see, let's go ahead and destroy or attack that battleship. Weakening it even further. It looks like we can build a battleship this turn, which is good. I'm going to put my cruiser here to make sure he can't block me from leaving my port. Since there are no subs, my cruisers don't have anything to do right now. And we're going to move our APCs in a way that will keep him from coming near me with his artillery. There we go. And then we'll move our lander back and go pick up more troops. Alright, so that's good. So hopefully he does not send his troops to the right and I can start capturing some cities, therefore decreasing his income drastically. Oh, his... no, he's kind of coming back. But I'll be able to kill this artillery at least. Get that thing out of the way. And if anything, I could always use the APCs to run away. But I will be bringing my medium tanks over soon, so they can hopefully cover my mechs. Lots of repairs. Alright, there goes those guys. Let's go ahead and attack the tank. Kill this one. This lander can go ahead and pick up, we'll take the artillery, and we'll take, we'll probably take this medium tank, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll take the medium tank as well. Medium tank as well out of the way, so we can actually drop off our medium tanks here. And then, we can follow this anti-air over to the right. Go ahead and destroy this artillery really quick. And our lander can refill our mech ammo easily. Alright, and then over here, he did build another sub. So again, we're going to need our cruiser down there to take care of it. Actually, I might keep my cruisers as an 8 and a 5 to deal with the sub first. I do want my own sub as well, in case he builds more battleships. But this cruiser is here, and I really don't want to keep giving him this co-power. It's really annoying. So I'm going to try to ignore these cruisers. Let's just go ahead and keep building more medium tanks to bring over to his mainland. I think that's the play. This guy's almost ready to go back into action. Alright, let's see what he does. So that anti-air is probably going to charge over to the right. My medium tank can follow it. Oh no, he keeps it close, which is good for me. I'll be able to hit it. I don't think his medium tank's in range of mine. So that's a mistake on his part, I would say. Which means my mechs on the right side are free to go ahead and capture cities right now, which is great. And then, let's see, we're gonna bring. So in that case, we're actually gonna bring in infantry and also help out in capturing some of the properties. Like so. We're just gonna regroup this guy, have this guy come back and recover HP on the city. And we're gonna go ahead and kill this anti-air. I believe we are out of range of his medium tank, so that's a free kill. And then we'll go back and we'll pick up more medium tanks. Recon here that wants to die. Alright, let's see, his sub 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is right somewhere right here. My cruiser is out of range, which is unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my battleship is just in range. So we're gonna move my battleship over 1 square. I'm gonna keep our battleships in separate locations like this. And if he wants to attack my cruiser, I guess he can. It'll be a losing battle for him. We're gonna build a 3rd battleship this turn. Yeah, I guess that's good. As you guys might have just saw, we are on day 18. So again, this map is a little bit of a struggle because of the fact that we have to use landers to transport our ground troops. C units cost a lot of money, so it does take time. Otherwise, the mission is fairly simple. So he built a sub on the right side, which is actually very bad for me. My lander's right next to his sub. And I have no idea where his other submarine went. So that's also a problem. But what we can do is use this weaker cruiser to try and find it. Oh, there it is. And then we can use our own to hit it. And what I'm going to do is make sure that he can't go this way to get to my battleship. So now my battleships are completely safe. We're going to go ahead and attack his cruiser now. Because I want to build a sub this turn if I can. Now that we have 3 battleships, that's a pretty good size fleet to deal with any of his cruisers. We can actually hit this submarine and make him lose some money. Fortunately, I cannot capture that port this turn because of it though. Go ahead and refill the lander before it takes off. As it runs away from the submarine, we can actually get 1 square out of range, which is nice. And we'll try to load up some more infantry and bring them over to these middle properties. Again, we're going to stay out of range of this medium tank, so we're going to head south here. Like so. We have medium tanks here we can drop off. I don't want to leave my lander in range of the sub. I think he might be able to one-shot it, but I also want to drop off the medium tanks that could be covered by my battleship. I guess I could bring him to the middle. Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. Just drop off medium tanks here, so now he can't attack me. He has 2 tanks coming at me, but I still have 1 medium tank. I also have an artillery and 2 tanks to cover, so we should be okay. Just make sure it lands in that south section. Alright, bring this guy down. So again, I'm going to ignore the sub for now. I don't think I need a cruiser to deal with it yet. These ones can come over if I need them to. I'm going to be able to sub this turn, since no cruisers are in range. And we will build probably... I'll probably need another artillery to help lock down his bases, since it doesn't seem like my battleships are getting over there fairly quickly. Oh, I didn't see his battleship on his port. That's funny. He got a free hit on my medium tank. So with my sub built, it actually lures in his cruisers as well. Alright, so I gotta remember his sub is 2 squares under my right lander. I did not see where his other sub went because it is dived. But we can easily find it. Alright, so what we're going to do... So we're going to definitely start capturing this port, so that way we can't produce any more C units out of there. I'm going to have this mech, this one can start capturing here, this one's going to go down and start capturing a couple of those properties. So he put his medium tank in range of mine, which is going to be good for me. Let's go ahead and start killing that. His battleship is recovering, which is bad. And he put his artillery in range of his other units, so... I'm actually just going to go ahead and strike his artillery this turn. I do want the extra 10% attack boost on his C units. So we're actually going to kill this artillery. We're going to use our power this turn. He should have his squall ready as well. So this extra defense will help. So now we can do 8 damage guaranteed to that cruiser. What I'm actually going to do is use this one to kill the 4. Use my sub to kill the cruiser. There we go. And we're going to try and find that sub with my battleship. Oh, there it is. Easy as that. And we'll kill it with my cruiser. Nice. And now we are going to go ahead and regroup my cruisers because the 7 and 5 are a little too weak. Plus his squall is going to be coming in. So we're going to have to kill these tanks. Let's go ahead and use the medium tank on the one on the short to deal the most damage. We'll go on the city and recover here. We can use our infantry too to kill that tank because of the extra firepower going. So the other submarines right here, doesn't look like I can get away from it easily. I could go all the way back this way, but that's kind of counterproductive in my opinion. So if he wants to kill it, I will be fine with that. Let's see, maybe... Nah, I can't get in range with my cruiser. So we'll just go ahead and we're just going to have to bite the bullet and lose a cruiser. Or a lander. We're going to bring this one back though. Over here. Let's go ahead and bring this one over here. And we're going to drop off so we can start getting the infantry onto the land. Actually, I'm in range of the anti-air, which is not good. But we'll try and cover with my artillery if I can. Let's see, so bring our APCs over as well. Alright. Bring these guys over. Leave you guys on the city in case he uses a squall, we can recover. Looks like might need another cruiser just in case he builds more subs. And we'll keep building up the medium tanks. While Sammy does lose 10% firepower on her tanks, she doesn't lose the defense factor for them. So even though I attack her tanks and medium tanks, I still don't take too much HP damage, so that's nice. As well against that battleship that's on her port. That's also why I want that sub. I don't really want to risk putting my battleships in range of the battleship to engage it. It's easier just to send in one sub while it's on that port. So I was a bit of a mistake to throw my infantry on the land that close. I should have put them on the right, perhaps, because now they're kind of useless. So that was a bit of a mistake on my part. Let's see. So his lander actually, or his sub actually came in and killed this lander instead. So that means it's right here? Okay. So that means we can actually kill the sub, or attack it this turn, which is nice. So go ahead and capture that port. We'll capture the city. Start capturing that city. The artillery can hit the recon. The only threat is the anti-air and the... What the? I didn't kill that. And the recon. So we'll go ahead and regroup here. We'll put our APCs in front to soak up any damage from his units. We need this lander to go back and pick up a couple more tanks. I don't think this 4 sub can kill it. That's me just hoping though. So recover our tanks again. We might send over maybe the medium tank and another artillery. Because once I start controlling his... Oh shoot, he has a rocket and an artillery here. Once I start controlling his land, it's going to be harder for him to send troops to me. Okay, so now we can send the sub straight down. We're going to try to kill that battleship as soon as possible. Make sure we don't get attacked by the submarine either. Darn, we can't stay out of range. So we're going to move our battleships this way. Like so. Move this cruiser in to help kill the sub if it moves this way. And it looks like... Oops, I didn't move quite far enough. That's okay. Looks like that'll be it. We can just build, I don't have enough money for a battleship. Battleships are pretty much all I need at this point. We'll just end our turn. So the battleship's probably going to kill my medium tank. Oh, it's moving out. That's actually really good for me. Ow. This tank's attacking mine though. Built a mech. Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright, so we can start capturing here. Gonna capture this city. This mech can actually help out in killing the mech. Let's start, I want to kill that medium tank for sure, so we're going to go do it like this. The infantry don't pose too much of a threat. There we go. We'll go ahead and recover our APC, since it's already taking a lot of damage. There we go. And let's see, that submarine went this way. Let's see if we can find it with the 8 cruiser first. There it is. And then we'll hit it with our 10. So the submarine battleship is just out of range of my sub, but it actually left the range of its rocket, and the artillery can only hit next to the rocket. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep these 2 tanks alive by regrouping them here. So now it's out of range of the artillery, out of range of the battleship, and out of range of the rocket. The only thing it can attack is the tank, but it would be a bad idea for him to do that. So we are pretty much safe in that regard. Move our battleships ever so slightly forward, out of range of his. Build another battleship myself. And we are going to bring this medium tank, and I think the artillery will be good here. We're actually going to drop him off on this side, closer to his HQ, so we can start finishing him off. And that will be that. We can regroup this guy, I guess. Yeah, so at this point, we only need the battleships to go straight down from my port to his HQ area. We don't need to build any more ground units. We should have enough to finish him off. He's attacking my artillery. Hello, battleship. So again, he foolishly moved his artillery out of range of his rocket, so now my medium tank can actually attack it, which is nice. We'll keep capturing over here. We'll use this guy to help. We'll take out the mech for now, so we can move our artillery back over here, and we're going to damage these infantry so they can't kill my artillery. We'll get this guy to recover as well. Don't want to lose more units than we have to. We can actually build a battleship over here, I guess, to help kill these guys. If anything, I guess we could try root him. The problem will be these landers, since they're going to be all over the place. Let's see, so now let's get our lander back again. And we'll bring over the other medium tank. And I guess I'm actually going to transport an infantry and try to capture his HQ with it. Again, that's probably the easiest way to finish this map off. So let's go ahead and use my sub on the battleship, and we'll finish it off with my 7. Perfect. We can start moving these guys straight down and start covering his bases with the battleships, or locking down, I should say. We'll keep these guys covered here. Again, we're just going to charge our battleships straight down here. Could try and destroy this lander a little bit. Alright, guess that's it for this turn. He'll probably get 1 squall before the end of this game, since he's almost there. I don't think he'll be able to get 2. Can't kill my mech, it's too strong. Builds a tank or recon. So we're starting to deplete his income by capturing all the cities on the right side, which is really good. We'll go here, kill this one, probably kill this guy. This medium tank here. And we're going to try to distract that tank by sending in a APC like so. Maybe both of them here. Alright, so let's bring this lander as close as possible to the HQ. Send the battleship straight down here. Okay, let's see. So, unless he builds a sub, my cruisers pretty much can just chill. We'll use the sub to drain his funds on that lander. Go ahead and destroy the rocket. Let's see, now we can move our other battleships a little closer to cover all the bases, as well as being able to maybe get in range of his tanks. And we're just going to keep moving these guys down a little bit here. There we go. Keep building those battleships. I guess we're going to build a sub just in case I can try and kill those landers. Instead of trying to capture his HQ. Here comes the squall. Oh, I lose an APC. I didn't see the entire range. No. That's very sad. Lost another unit. Alright. So we have our double time. I think we will go ahead and use it for the extra attack power.
I'm unbeatable.
In this test of skill, I am unbeatable. His lander actually ran out of fuel, so that's going to sink next turn. So that's pretty funny. Alright, let's see, I guess we can start capturing here, hit that anti-air, we'll block with our tank. Let's see, I don't want this mech to die, so go ahead and bring it back here and recover. Let's move this sub out. We can actually hit a lander. Anyways, okay, so over here, now we can drop off our infantry and mech, or tank, right here. And then in a couple turns, 2 turns, we can start trying to capture that HQ. We're just going to try to damage the units as much as possible. We'll kill the artillery. My sub is running off fuel a little bit. That's not good. Just keep spamming those battleships. There goes that lander. Actually, if he sends those units through his landers to my land, that'll be good. Oh, I left my artillery unguarded. Ah, that's bad. The more my units take damage, the more ground troops I'll need. Hopefully my battleships can take out most of his units. So over here, we can actually use the infantry and mech to start hammering this APC. I'll actually try to corner it. And bring our tanks over. These things are more useful if I use them for combat. So now his liners are all going this way, which is actually good, because that means I can corner them with my own battleships as well. Alright, so let's go ahead, we'll use the closer ones first. Alright, so he has a rocket, need to make sure we hit that, as well as this artillery. It's important to kill indirect units, as they deal the most damage to me. There we go. It does have a healthy tank, a couple tanks, that's not good. Kill those. I'll put the medium tank in front, protecting my artillery and infantry. And then for now, we're going to unsubmerge my subs, so that way it only uses a point of fuel per turn. See, if he wants to build a lander, I'm actually all for it, because that way it uses more money. Alright, then we just gotta keep hammering him with indirects right now. Well, I gotta hurry up because my battleships will run out of ammo eventually, and that's not good. There's so many ground troops. Still just roaming around, slowly dying. This is why it gets a little tedious. Even if I did have my ground troops, this is day 27 already. It would still take forever for me to try and kill him. So we killed this APC, which is nice. Guess this battleship can go ahead and hit this lander, so this submarine can kill the lander here. And move up my medium tank. Yeah, we're going to move up our battleships here, so we can keep hammering the units. We're not going to kill this lander quite yet. We can actually surround it. So we have you attack. Let's clear out this infantry. So we can move up our other troops. Let's hit those tanks so my medium tanks can one-shot them. I only have one more battleship. We have to kill artilleries. Very important. So maybe we can block here. Not enough. But we can start capturing this base, and we can actually put our tank here, because he's not going to be able to move his lander. So that's good. Sometimes it's good to use your opponent's units against him. Alright, let's see what he does now. Looks like he might get another squall before the end of the game, which sucks because it deals so much damage, 10% to my entire army. Alright, so now we can go ahead and destroy this final lander. Get it out of my way. Destroy as many of these tanks as possible. Again, we're going to run out of ammo soon on my tanks and my battleships, which is not good. Maybe we can start capturing that HQ this next turn. It would be very good if we can do that. So if we go ahead and attack these infantry, that way he can't stop this infantry from capturing the HQ. That would be good. We'll attack the tank. Yeah, so this mission is pretty much done. Even with his squall, my units will still be able to capture, or the infantry will still be able to capture the HQ. Alright. I do believe the mission should be done. Don't use it, just save my time. Ah, you suck.
Anchors up! Squall!
Alright, and we are going to finish this mission by capturing that HQ. We got really close to rooting him, which is nice, but not necessary. Because my power score should be pretty high, anyways.
another one up for Sammy.
So 95 speed. I only did get 75 power, which is unfortunate. So only 270 and A for me. And maybe I should have tried to destroy all the units that turn, but I was done with the mission. It's okay. Again, I'm not really playing this for records. I'm just doing this for fun for you guys. Again, Sammy, not just like all the codes that we've had so far, not the most ideal for this this mission. She's okay. She's not terrible, but I definitely would have preferred someone more neutral like Andy, even Kanbei, who has good units. If you use Max, you can just plow right through Drake's ground forces, so you probably wouldn't even need the battleships. You'd probably just spam like landers and medium tanks. But yeah, it's not too bad. I did it in the same amount of time as Andy. That's why I got the 295 with Andy, but he got perfect power, so that's where I lost points. But being Sammy, you're not usually going to get as much power anyways, so it was good. So that was Kita Strait. A very long and boring map in my opinion, but still you need to think about what you're doing and see what units he built and counter them. Next up, we have a map that I actually like playing, Point Stormy. It's a new map against Olaf. This one has air units and ground. He has ports. We don't. We get one later on, but it's not really useful because the units cost so much. But I used Eagle on this one. I got 295 in 20 days. We'll see who we get next time and see how fast I can beat it. Alright, so with that, I'll leave you guys for the next video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.